it's Jess. Happy Thursday. Today is all about brows. Actually, this week is all about brows. Kathy did her brow video on Tuesday, and I really love the kind of easy, natural way she does it. Like she said, I'm a little bit extra when it comes to my brows, but that is okay. That is okay. We all do things differently. The way I do it might not work for you, and that's okay too. So I will show you the products that I use for actual brows in the video, but to actually prep my brows, there's a few things that you need. In order to create your eye shape, you're gonna need a pair of tweezers. In order to cut those really long straggly hairs, you're gonna need a pair of eyebrow scissors. And then the other thing that I have found awesome, because I don't get my eyebrows waxed anymore. I don't. I do everything myself. I don't have the time. I'm too busy. So something that I found that is awesome is this handy dandy little tool. And you're like, what the hell is that? It is an actual eyebrow razor. Eyebrow razor. So I use it, and it looks scary, but it's really not. I use it to get in between my eyebrows. I use it to kind of shape my eyebrows. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. You can get in there. It's perfect. And it keeps my eyebrow shape, which I absolutely love. If you want your eyebrows to look like this, and you don't want them to look like this, continue watching. Okay, you guys. Do I look super weird right now? One eyebrow done. One eyebrow not. I have a face. I don't have a face. I have a face. I don't have a face. So, a couple things that I do with my eyebrows that I've learned is that you kind of want to line them up with your eyes. So when you're doing your eyebrows, you want the innermost part of it to line up with your tear duct. You want the height or the high part of your arch to line up with the outside of your pupil. And then you want the outside of your eye to kind of line up with the end of your eyebrow there. And then it kind of gives you that nice shape, especially for those of us that don't have very nice shaped eyebrows. Mine are okay, but they're very sparse. So the product that I use for my eyebrows is it's the Revlon Colorstay. It is in dark brown, and kind of a hint when you're picking out an eyebrow pencil color, you kind of want it to be a shade darker than your hair. So this might sound kind of weird, but you want it maybe the color of your like pubes, like your pubic hair, just as kind of like a suggestion. So what I do first, and hopefully as you can see me, I just kind of comb my eyebrows upwards here, and then I take this eyebrow pencil, which is kind of like a crayon. I like it because it stays really, really well. And then what I do is I just I kind of do an outline of my eyebrow first, because then I like to color it in, and then you can even just see a difference just from that. And then I do the top. And again, trying to match it up with those three areas that I was telling you about: the inner quarter, the outside of the pupil, and then the outside of your eye. So once I have that line, those lines on the top and the bottom, then I kind of just fill it in. And depending on what I'm doing, I'll fill it in a little bit darker. Like if I'm going out, or if I have like a wedding or something, I'll fill it in a little bit darker. But I, in general, kind of like a natural looking eyebrow. I like it to look like hair. I don't like it to look like knot hair. I don't like it. I don't like it to look like eyebrow pencil, essentially. So I just do like little wisping motions to kind of mimic the hair. So you can see me here. And then the key to making it look natural after you feel like you've gotten it all done is to comb it through, you guys. And don't be afraid to like really comb it. Combing it through. And it really kind of makes that natural looking eyebrow here. Okay, and then once I get it how I like it, I take a Q-tip, okay, and then I just like to clean up the edges just a little bit, just to make sure. And you know, you don't think you get anything over it, but what I find is that once I do this and make sure all my edges are clean, I actually did have a little bit on there, if you guys can see it. Anyways, so then what I do is I utilize this NYX Control Freak Brow Gel, and it kind of keeps everything in place. And it just looks like a mascara wand. And what I do is I brush all my eyebrow hairs up, and then I kind of go on the top and then just lay them down. And this kind of helps everything stay in place all day. That is that. So you can see my face now. They look the same. If I had a full face of makeup on, the next step that I would do was add a little bit of highlight. And Kathy did this in her video, but she prefers to do this with her concealer. And I actually prefer to use an eyeshadow. So I don't know if you guys have seen the Morphe palette by Jaclyn Hill. She has some really great colors in here. And like Kathy said, you don't really want to use a shimmer up there, but I like to use a satin finish. And so I use either one of the top of these two colors. I usually use this one because it's a little more skin tone. This one's a little more yellow. And I'll just take it actually on my finger and take it right up here by my brow bone and kind of make that brow bone pop a little bit more. And then just kind of blend it in. And once you have like your eyeshadow on, it really does make that pop. So, as Kathy said, I'm a little bit extra with my eyebrows, but it's taken me a really long time to kind of get what I wanted out of my eyebrows. I used to get them waxed, and you guys, they were so thin. They didn't really have an arch to them. I used to get them colored, and you know, I really had to grow them out since then because I feel like I would get them waxed so often. So this is kind of the natural thickness of my eyebrow, and I feel like it looks a lot better than my thin, crusty eyebrows that I used to have. And now you can see my face. So that is them. Those are my brows. Hope you guys have an excellent evening. I will link Kathy's video below along with a link to our private Facebook group. And if you want to become a member, just request and we will get you in. Otherwise, have a really good evening and we'll talk to you soon.